Hey there, beautiful souls. Welcome to your September monthly tarot reading. If you're new to the channel, welcome to Universal Wisdom Tarot. And if you're returning, thank you so much for joining us again and for your continued support. If you enjoy these readings, why not take a quick second right now and hit that subscribe button? It's completely free, and you'll never miss out on the spiritual guidance and messages the universe has waiting for you. September feels like a month of powerful turning points, where releasing old fears, trusting your inner wisdom, and stepping into a new chapter with greater confidence and clarity can lead to unexpected and incredible breakthroughs. The energy surrounding this month reminds us that growth often begins the moment we stop resisting change and start trusting the journey unfolding before us. Stick around, friends, and let's see what the cards have in store for you. Well, hello there, Taurus. This is your September monthly tarot reading. Now, please remember only to take what resonates, my friends, okay? And I have already asked for blessings for this reading. So let's just get the cards out and then we'll connect to the energies. All right, Taurus, let's see what you got here. All right, you have as your main messages the Eight of Swords, the Devil, the Seven of Swords, the Page of Cups. At the bottom of the deck is the Temperance card. And so we're going to, well, before I start with that Temperance card, from just a clarifier's perspective, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcana. So half of your clarifiers are major arcana. So some fairly big messages here for you this month, my friends. Okay, let's get into this Temperance card because this is the energy of September for you. And the energy for September is about finding balance. It's the energy of saying that you have to this point, or as you enter this month, or when you get into this month, are being surrounded by an energy of, having had some uncertainty and realizing that you need to find some better balance for yourself. Temperance is a card of patience. It's a card of moderation, okay? But it's also a card of saying, because we need patience, because we need balance, is that we have to wait for something. And that means that it needs to come in its own timing. And we always say that, unfortunately, when you don't have control over something and the timing of something, well, then that is because it is divine timing. Okay. So whatever's going on in your life, and everybody's lives in a reading for a collective, everybody has all kinds of different things going on. There may be situations that feel like perhaps you want to advance, you want to make some changes, you want to do something, you want to take some action, but it's like life is moving slowly. It's like you're in mud, okay? And you're just take one leg out and you just can barely get it over the big, field of mud and get it into the and put your foot down to be able to lift the other one out. Okay. So I'm getting this sensation of moving very slowly. And obviously you are at a point where you're saying, okay, enough of the slow. Just let it happen. Let it happen. I'm ready. Hurry up. I want to do something. I want to move here, Taurus. Okay. Now I feel like everything for you is unfolding exactly as it should, because I feel like not only is this divine timing, it's like part of the karmic cycle for you. Okay. So your karmic cycle says that the balance that perhaps you have not had, Taurus, if you've not had any balance and it's sort of swung from one side to the other, okay, like having it all or having nothing, okay, I feel like that karmic balance is the scales for you, which will finally once and for all come to a more even keel and balance them. Those scales will finally balance themselves out, okay. So this is what I feel your month is really about in September. Okay, finally, maybe you're coming back to a more center ground in whatever has happened in your life up to this point. Okay, so for some of you, things were all great, and then things were not so great, and the pendulum swings, and the pendulum swings from one extreme to the other. But we want moderation in the middle point, right? That's what temperance is too. On a traditional image of the temperance card, there is a figure that is mixing water, right? Mixing liquid between two cups, because it's finding the right potion, the right combination. And that usually consists of liquid from both cups, right? Which is not the extreme of one cup and not the extreme of the other cup. It is the middle ground, the balance, the middle, right? So this is what you are in a way too, trying to get your balance back. And this is your karmic cycle that's coming sort of back to the middle ground, I feel, for you in the month of September. All right. That will be a relief till some Taurus is out there. So I feel like it is unfolding as it should, and it's about healing. It's about healing the old patterns and making wiser choices. So if some of the reason the pendulum for you was all the way to one side is because we made perhaps some choices that brought the pendulum all the way to one side. Now, sometimes it isn't our choice why things happen, and then they put us in a situation that we were not ready for. Okay. But we also always have to be thinking about what um, you know what um, you know what consequences are of choices that we make. So I will just take a simple example. Let's say we work, we make money, and then we decide to leave a job, and or we decide to break out on our own, and then we realize, my gosh, well, where's the income going to come from? Okay. Or that would be a choice that you made, but it could have also been that you had a life as opposed to saving money, enjoying our lives, spending that money, and then all of a sudden, unexpected, that perhaps you could have lost your job. So now that is one extreme, but the consequences of that were, well, how do you live until you get the next job? Okay, so understanding that the part of this healing and making wise choices is to say, okay, the lesson I've learned here is that maybe I do have to save for a rainy day. Okay. So that's just one example. I'm not saying that is your example. It could be for some of you, but I'm just throwing it out there. So, when we're in a period of waiting, when we're in a period of patience, when we're in a period of the karmic cycle trying to restore itself, to heal itself, okay, and to return, okay, for the karma is coming full circle here, I would say that, some of the lessons are to make better choices and recognize that our greatest victories, they come from staying calm. They come from being patient and not forcing an outcome. Okay. Now, as your weeks unfold in this month and going forward, you'll probably have this, feeling of being challenged, because patience is not an easy thing, and certainly not to a bull. Okay. The bull doesn't have patience. He wants to charge forward. He wants to get, things done, wants to have some action. So, you bulls out there, all I want to say is it could feel a little challenging, okay, because it's temperance, right? And, you're, but know that it's guiding you towards some better success. Okay. Now, your first week is the Eight of Swords. It's clarified by the Ten of Swords and the Justice card. So you're definitely starting the month off feeling restricted, feeling uncertain, feeling a little trapped. Okay. By whatever circumstances have arrived, and why you're trying to be patient here. And, for some of you, it's you're trapped by some old beliefs. For some of you, it's a situation that feels difficult to escape. Okay. For, okay, but what kind of sort of immediately stands out here, and my guides keep pointing my vision toward, is this Ten of Swords. Okay. And they're telling me that, yes, you are have been trapped maybe in a situation that's difficult to escape, but I feel like finally in this first week, the difficult cycle is either ending, either it ends all at once and sort of comes to initial halt, or finally comes to a sense of justice for you. You get your justice. Okay. So the karmic cycle regulates itself right away, sort of in this first month. Okay. Yes, the beginning of the month might feel heavy because of that. But again, justice is a card of balance, a card of the scales, right? The scales that are neither at one extreme or the other extreme, but are equal and fair and balanced. Okay. Scales of justice there. Now, your karma is at work for sure in that justice card. Truth might be coming to light for some of you. The situations could be corrected for others of you. For some of you, there is some paperwork I'm feeling here. Okay. Which is maybe signing a new contract for some of you. Maybe some of you are signing some papers to re-educate yourself, go back to school. Some of you are signing a new job contract. All right. So definitely, it's the something is over. You're ready to release yourself. It's coming to an end, and the fairness, the karmic, the karma return, the karmic, the karma is working in your favor, and the karma is, the cycle can close itself out. All right. So, yes, definitely some legal matters might be the case for some of you. Contracts, workplace issues, or paperwork, I feel. Just finally, receiving the fairness you've been waiting for. Okay. So, I would just say don't allow any more lingering doubt to convince you that you're stuck here, because the stuck is ready to unstick. Okay, the ending is happening now, so make room for the new beginning. Okay, let the end come, let it just finish, close it out, and you can start a much healthier beginning. Now in week 2 you do have the devil, okay, and it is clarified by the Hierophant in the 6 of Wands. So it's time to confront whatever has been holding you back. Okay, if you haven't confronted it, if you haven't done clear your clearing sessions, or clear your doubts away. All right. The devil is a card of fear. Okay, the devil is a card of unhealthy attachments. The devil is a card of limiting beliefs. Okay, or sometimes of just habits, okay, that keep repeating themselves. So if you are freeing yourself from, something that is unhealthy for you in the second week, the devil will still be there going, oh, but it's so much good. It's so fun. It's like this, but oh, okay. That's the devil sitting on our shoulders trying to keep you stuck. Okay. So clear it away. Clear those unhealthy habits and limiting beliefs, and let them fall by the wayside. Okay. And I love that you actually have as your first clarifier the Hierophant, right? Because the Hierophant brings wisdom and brings higher learning and spiritual growth with it. Okay. So many of you will break these old cycles. You will have faith. You will have the wisdom with that Hierophant. You will finally release the fear that has limited your confidence. You will step away from the situation that no longer serves your highest good. Okay. Temperance, moderation's coming. All right. And patience. All right. And that's I'm going to say is one of the hardest things. I feel like patience is just, it is hard. And I know, Taurus, it is hard, especially if you have been waiting for so long. And some of you have been waiting for so long. Okay. But you also have this victory card. So the 6 of Wands here says, yes, victory. The moment you stop giving your energy to what drains you is the moment that you can have success and your victory begins. Okay. So you can have your personal breakthrough, right? You're remembering perhaps your worth and refusing to settle for less for some of you. Okay, now we get to the third week. 7 of Swords, clarified by the World, clarified by the 8 of Wands. The third week is really about your strategy now, rather than any type of impulsiveness. Okay. Now, this image of this figure on the 7 of Swords is taking care of the eggs. There's eggs here, being very protective of those eggs. Okay. So I do feel you're in a little bit of protection mode, and a little bit of protecting your plans, I want to say, and trying to think the 3 or 4 or 5 steps ahead. Okay. And I would just say, if you are in a strategic thinking mode and protecting your plans and trying not to tell somebody about what's coming for you, I would say that's okay. Don't tell everybody. You don't need to announce every move that you're making. Okay. I think sometimes it's better to keep people in the dark till something arrives. It's a done deal. Till that contract is signed, till the paperwork is done, just hold off. All right. You definitely have completion of some sort in this week because you have the World card, which is a major cycle reaching a completion. Okay. So I feel like this is why I feel like the karmic cycle comes to it. It comes full circle. It the scales finally balance out for you. All right. And yeah, your Eight of Wands is bringing with it some rapid progress. Okay. And some exciting developments in this third week here. So sometimes, sometimes things take months to unfold, and all of a sudden they could move very quickly. Okay, so news could arrive for you, conversations might accelerate, and opportunities could present themselves almost unexpectedly. All right, so just be aware that this could just show up for you, out of the blue. I would just say if you're in big communications and negotiations, perhaps because of this justice card, I just want to say be aware of any misunderstandings that could also occur. Okay. My guides are giving me this expression and I don't know who it's for, so I have to give the message when I get it. It won't be for everybody, but it's better to agree to disagree if you want to keep the peace. All right, that's what they're telling me. Now, because you remain patient under the guidance of this temperance card, right? Then things can finally start to move in your favor. That's why I say they could move, boom, just like that, out of the blue. All right. And now things will gain some momentum. And there's nice momentum here in your last week. You have the Page of Cups. It's clarified by the Emperor. You have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. You end September in a beautiful energy of renewal, but feeling quite practical nonetheless, and having some practical stability. Okay. The Page of Cups is maybe for some of you bring an unexpected message, or some unexpected communication, but it feels great. Okay. Whatever that is, it's some kind of, conversation that really lifts your spirits. It lifts your heart. Okay. For others of you, it brings creative inspiration. Okay. A new beginning, perhaps, to really feel excited again. Okay. Now, yeah, it's like renewed hope for the future is what I want to say here. You have the Emperor, great card of security, a great card for structure, right? And so, in a way, is that Knight of Pentacles, because the Knight of Pentacles doesn't rush, right? The Knight of Pentacles is that card of saying, let me just take one step at a time here. It is the slowest moving knight in the deck, but it's purposeful, right? Because what the Knight of Pentacles, every step the Knight of Pentacles takes is intentional. And that intentional step will lead to a lot of stability. More so than the Knight of Swords, right? Or the Knight of Wands. They're a bit more impulsive energy. And so this Knight of Pentacles is very intentional, one step at a time. I have a plan. Let me take this step. It's going to lead to step 2, step 3, step 5, step 55. And before you know it, I will arrive at the stability that, I want to achieve, right? That is that Knight of Pentacles. So some lasting success comes through the consistency that the Knight of Pentacles brings. Okay. So whatever begins for you has a lot of staying power. Okay, so that, career opportunity, financial improvement, personal goal, relationship, take it how it resonates for you, but you're laying a foundation here. Okay, and that foundation is going to grow, and it's going to grow for the months to come. Okay, so I would just say, for some of you, if you are working, do start to work. That Emperor is also a signal of being in a leadership position. So I feel it's a good time to inspire your team, okay, to greater achievements for some of you. All right, so that's not a message for everybody, but for some of you, okay? But finishing September, feeling grounded, feeling far better than you did at the beginning because you were in that cage, all right? And feeling that the fears that you sort of had at the beginning of the month, they lose their power over you, Okay? Patience becomes your greatest strength this month. Remember that. Wisdom guides your decisions. Remember that. Okay? And steady progress is going to continue. So trust that you'll discover what is being worked out behind the scenes for you all along, my friends, that it was behind the scenes, that you didn't see it, but it was being worked out for you. Let's get an oracle message for you, an additional oracle message. What would you like to tell Taurus for September? An additional message for Taurus for September. It is number 28. It is music. I am going to get the book. Give me a minute and I'll tell you what it says. Music is this card is about the element of joy, right? And understanding that, you know, words have power, but music is sort of the element of activity, and because it's carried over waves, right? Like frequencies. And so there is often here, music is often its own language, right? And it is the language or brings joy. Okay, so your message here says use music to change your mood. Music raises your vibration. Create ways you can express yourself more fully. Move your body through dance. Allow your body to heal through movement. Surrender yourself with music to heal. It can be the music of nature, natural soundscapes, or human generated music. Okay, so yeah, this is a really great card because, you know, when we you know, music is a form of it's often used as a form of therapy, right? So it can change your mood. It can take you from this mood of I'm trapped to I'm going to receive what I'm meant to and I deserve to receive. Okay, so remember that. All right, my friends, let's wrap it up for today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll be seeing you soon. Until then, I am, as always, wishing you divine light and love.